Yeah, it's a conjugate weak base. Yep. Okay. So we just kind of an idea, big picture for you, not for Natalie, because Natalie, we got to work something out differently for her. But we're going to do this lesson today, the final lesson tomorrow. Okay. Do you want to have another quiz or not?
What?
Do you want to have another quiz or not?
I think that would be helpful.
On this, because if you have another quiz, there's not that many quizzes in a semester.
Yeah.
If you need to increase the quiz grade, I would recommend having a quiz.
Well, I mean, I need more practice on this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if it's
So what we'll do is
quiz.
Tuesday, Thursday, or today. Sorry, today we'll do this lesson. The second part on Friday. We'll do a quiz on Monday, review Tuesday, test Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday reviews for finals. Okay. And I have to do something modified for you. That's why I need to talk to you after. All right.
How much extra credit is
That slides up under the
like percent?
I'd rather
It'll probably be equivalent to about 3 to 3.5%.
When is this going to
The day you take your final in class. Neutralization reactions. Remember we said that acids and bases do what to each other? Neutralize, and they always produce what?
Salt water.
Okay, I think I might have stated this, but I'm not sure if I did. I'm curious if you heard me say it. What is a salt? Don't say it when you beat somebody up.
That's funny.
What is a salt?
One of the.
Yeah, salt.
You just
An example of a salt, yes. Don't get what?
The joke.
A salt. A salting
ASSA.
something.
Or you didn't get it either.
Hey, I know.
A little bit sleepy today.
I was like, why are you laughing?
Is it crystalline?
Is it something with the 1 plus?
Okay. It appears I didn't say it. Or you didn't listen. Any salt is just an ionic compound.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sure.
Like NaCl is a salt, right? It's metal with a non-metal. Any metal bonded to a non-metal can be classified as a salt. Okay, we just think salt has to be table salt, what we experience all the time. Well, that is one type of salt, but there are many other types of salts.
Yeah.
So, just make sure that you understand that. Okay, the hydrogen of the acid combines with the OH of the base, producing your water, and they write it like this. I won't write that like that.
Oh.
I will do H2O. They just do it because they go HOH.
That's a capital F right there.
Oh, Natalie, look at
Now,
that.
the salt comes from, okay, the anion of the acid and the cation of the base. The anion of the acid and the cation of the base are what bond to produce your salt. And I'll show you when we get into this. Okay, there's an example. I said the H plus from the acid, the OH minus from the base produce your water. Okay? And the anion of your acid and the cation of your base produce your salt. Okay? So whenever you are doing a neutralization reaction, which we will have to write neutralization reactions in this lesson, okay, you always know it has water, so just put water as a product. Okay? And I will give you situations where you'll have to produce the acids and you'll have to produce the products, or produce the reactants and produce the product. I'll show you how to do that.
Is this how we're doing today?
Yeah. Now this is kind of more leading into a much more complicated topic that I will talk about in advanced chemistry. But I can have an acid, or sorry, have a salt that can create an acidic solution. And I can have a base, a salt that can produce a basic solution. Let me give you an example. NaF. a salt. When it dissolves, it will break up into its
Salt.
ions.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay? Who's that? Okay? Now, this is actually a conjugate of a weak acid. What is that weak acid?
Yeah.
HF. Okay? So if this is a weak acid, we know its conjugate is relatively
Jump base!
strong. Okay? Now, could then H minus react with H2O?
Okay, wait, sorry.
How did you know that minus?
Yeah, that's what I said.
How did you know that HF is the
Practice.
conjugate?
Well, conjugates differ in a proton.
Okay.
What is this texting me?
But wouldn't it
I just did. Oh, were you? Was she gone while I explained all that?
Wouldn't it just be F?
Wow.
Quiz
Wow, I was
Yeah,
gone for
yeah,
like
that's
1
right,
minute and you explained everything I needed
I explained the
to know.
whole next like 6 days.
Oh well.
Okay?
What?
So anyways, if
Well, when's your test meeting?
Wednesday.
What?
That's
It's a
Wednesday.
church
I
night.
don't understand anything.
Dude, that
It's
is a church night. Oh my gosh. That means that you don't have homework.
Okay? So this salt is a basic salt.
Relatable.
Okay? Because when it breaks up, it produces an ion that reacts with water to produce hydroxide.
Wow.
Okay? Now that is a much more loaded, difficult concept that we tackle and deal with a bunch more in advanced chemistry. However, I just want you to know that salts can produce an acidic solution, salts can produce a basic solution, and salts could produce nothing. Or neutral solution.
Is there something
What do you mean?
Very advanced.
Natalie, what do you
Like
mean?
that I teach?
No, not necessarily. I'm just,
Advanced chem is equivalent to first year college chemistry.
because I feel like physical science, you're like, we'll learn this in chemistry and non-chemistry. Like,
Absolutely.
We'll learn this in advanced
Yep.
chem.
Well,
Yes.
will you say that? Well,
Organic chem comes after regular chemistry.
no, so like
Biochem.
Biochem is
If
usually
you're gonna be like, you'll learn this in.
There'll be a couple things. In fact, the textbook will say, this is too difficult to explain right now.
Wow.
Like it says that. It's because chemistry is built upon, like it gets deeper as you continue to go on. And that's what I think is cool about studying science. Like I was doing I was preparing a lesson in advanced chemistry, again today, because we're further than we've ever been. And I was like, yeah, it takes time, it stinks. But like, now that I'm older, I value education. I enjoy it. But when I was your guys' days, I could care less about it. But now it's like, well, that's really neat. I really appreciate it. Maybe partly because I have a really good understanding of chemistry, so like I can connect pieces and be like, oh wow, that's where that came from. That's why this is this and stuff like that. But okay, let's move on. What do acids do? Oh wow, hard question. I'm just gonna go cruise by that one because that one's so easy. Okay, here we go. So the generic neutralization reaction looks like this. Okay, here we go. Write a neutralized reaction that produces zinc chloride. And that is a salt. So, they didn't tell us anything other than I have this.
Is it CLO?
That's my salt. Okay? We gotta do everything else.
CL2O.
What? Where'd you get that?
No.
Where'd you get it?
Okay. Now, probably the first step in this situation is to realize that what's always in neutralization reactions that we can put in here real quickly.
Chloe!
Now, we have our products. So we know that over here, I need to have the same atoms, the same amount of atoms, but I have to put them in acid and base form. Thankfully, we know things about acids.
CNO+.
What does an acid have? It has a hydrogen. So my acid better have a hydrogen.
HCl.
My base probably is going to have a what?
Hydroxide?
H2CL.
Okay? Now let's stop and think. Do positive things react with positive things?
No.
Or do positive things react with negative things?
Yes.
Right? I've accounted for the H2O, right? This and this is the H2O. Got it? Everyone's so far. So this is going to be my acid. I'm just not done writing it. This is going to be my base. I'm just not done writing it yet.
HCl.
So the question is, which one of these is the positive guy?
Zinc.
Zinc. What is its charge?
2+.
Which one of these then is negative?
The chlorine.
What's its charge?
1-.
So it's H2Cl.
So, will the zinc go with this or will the zinc go with this?
Zinc will with OH, yeah.
No.
But it's got a charge, and I now have to do the crisscross method.
Parenthesis.
Oh, H.
Parenthesis.
Got it?
Oh, my soul.
And then chlorine is going to go with
The other one.
The one that's
Cl
left.
minus.
2.
Okay, but I'm not going to put a 2. When I'm crisscrossing, it's going to be a 1. I'm going to have to balance it.
Yeah, that's what
Okay?
2H.
Like you mean here. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. So I'm not going to put a 2 here.
So about that quiz, never mind.
Okay? Now that I've written the formulas correctly, I can just go balance everything. Okay, I got 2 chlorines over there. I need 2 chlorines here. I'll go like that. Okay? I got 1 zinc on both sides. That's good. Okay?
You need to double the.
I got 2 oxygens and 4 hydrogens.
Double the
Double
H2O.
A.
And there's your answer.
Attention high school, there will be a cast and crew picture of the Pirates of Penzance. Cast and crew at 12:05 outside the front door.
I'm giving those, that's what.
During lunch.
Okay. Questions on this? Here's the procedure. Listen, if they give you a salt, you always know it, guys. If they give you a salt, you always know that you have water. Okay? Then, if you know things about acids, like what do we know always about an acid?
That's
You
always.
gotta have a hydrogen. And the base always has the OH for this guy. So then we've got to figure out, okay, which ion goes with the positive H and which ion goes with the negative OH. And that comes from our understanding of ion charges. Okay? In a salt, in any ionic compound, the first one will always be the positive guy. The second one will always be the negative guy. That's just a review. You guys should already know that, but just in case you need a little refresher. So let's do this one. Different setup, however. It says what salt is produced. Now, they give us the acid and the base. And they want to know what the salt is. So let's write this reaction. That's our acid. It says it, acetic acid. Okay? And then it gives us, it didn't say it was the base, but it's the neutralization of this with this, so this has to be your what? So we have to write that. Trinity, can you pay attention?
BRH.
Barium. It's B.
Barium is Ba.
BAH.
Charge.
2+.
Do not just write the elements. What's hydroxide?
Is it OH?
OH. So it's BaOH2.
BaOH2. Do not just write the elements.
This is building up.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay?
And are these reversible or not? Yes.
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 But yeah, this is a weak acid, so it's reversible. A strong acid wouldn't be, remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do we know about all neutralization reactions?
And water.
That's water. So the water accounts for the hydrogen it gives off and the OH. Just a little thing you probably do not know. If it has 2 places where the hydrogens are, the hydrogen that's lost is always in the front. So what they do is they take the hydrogen that's given off and they put it out in front. Because actually these 3 do not ever, they're never given off.
So
Okay,
does that
just a little
stay?
something. Yep. Okay? So this and this produce the water. See it? So then this ion And this ion must produce the
Salt.
salt.
Wow.
Which one's the negative and which one's the positive?
Yeah, it's positive.
Okay, this is positive because it's first, this is negative because it's second. So, I have Ba, but again, do not just write the element. What's its charge?
2+.
Now, this is a polyatomic ion. You do not know its charge, but can you figure it out based on what is going on here? It's just minus because this is what?
1.
One plus. So this has to be
1 minus.
1 minus, since there's no like parentheses and subscripts of any kind.
Good.
C2H3O2 minus, and then you would do what?
Parenthesis.
You would crisscross them down. Since this is a polyatomic ion, it would look like this.
Wait, how did you know it was 1 minus?
Because H is 1 plus, and you don't have multiple H's there.
Oh, yeah.
So, your salt is that. Now, we probably could balance this, but they didn't really necessarily ask us to balance it, did they? I mean, I could put a 2 here, that would balance the polyatomic ion.
There's so many.
It also balances well, yeah, you can double that.
So I got 2, 5, 6, 7.
So,
And then I have 6. Wait a second.
6, 7.
Yeah, you
6, 8.
No, you have
you
8.
just need to double the H2O.
You have 8. 4,
8.
4.
Double the H2O.
No, that's right.
You have 12.
It's
9,
balanced.
10.
It's balanced.
What?
So I have
3, 6,
So I have
7, 8.
I have 4 times 2 is 8. And I have 2 here. Okay, over here I've got 2 times,
6
that's 6.
plus 2.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you only have.
There you go. So, I think there might have been one other problem, but I have given you both types of things you're going to see. So stop for a second. They will give you a problem where they give you the acid and the base and they want you to write the salt. The other type of problem they could give you is they could give you the salt and ask you to write the acid and the base, which I showed you one example of each. Okay? If you have any questions, come talk to me.